A friend of mine was sent home from work last month to change her clothes.
Sent home? What was she wearing?
A dress with no sleeves on a day when it was 95 degrees outside and the air conditioning was broken.
So she lost half a day of work because of her arms?
Hello and welcome back, everyone. I'm Stasy.
And I'm Mike, glad to be here with you again, and I am already on that woman's side.
Then here is our question for today. Should a company tell people what to wear at work?
For me, the answer is no. A company can ask me to be clean, and after that, my clothes are my business.
I would say the opposite, and I say it even after that story. Your clothes tell people something before you say a word, and a company can use that.
They tell people something, and it is often wrong. My brother-in-law fixes computers in a hoodie, and he is the best in the city.
I read a study that says people decide what they think about a face in less than a second. Clothes do the same thing.
So people are fast and wrong, and now I have to dress for their mistake?
You can help them be right. If my doctor walks in with a dirty shirt, I will worry, and that is normal.
Dirty is one thing, and a tie is another. Nobody is safer because a man in an office wears a tie.
A tie is not about safety. It shows the other person that you got ready for them.
Then explain Mark Zuckerberg. He runs one of the biggest companies in the world in a gray t-shirt.
He owns that company, so nobody can send him home to change. What do you do if you don't own it? A young man in his first office job cannot dress like the boss.
And that is my next problem. My cousin's first job asked for a suit, and a real suit cost $500. That was his whole first paycheck.
On a first salary, that is a lot of money.
He almost said no to the job because he could not afford the suit. The company had rules about his jacket and no rules about paying for it.
You are right, and that part is wrong. If a company wants a suit, the company should pay for it. Or the rule should be cheap. Dark trousers and a plain shirt costs $60.
There's something else that nobody writes in those rules. The word professional does not mean the same thing in every country.
What do you mean?
In Tokyo, a dark suit is normal in most offices. In Milan, people look at your shoes. In Texas, a man can run a company in boots.
That is true. A new colleague came to my old job from Nigeria, and his shirts were bright and beautiful. Someone asked if he was going to a party.
And that is the danger. You move to a new country, and people read your clothes before they see your work.
Which is why I want the rule written down. If nobody writes it, new people have to guess, and they guess wrong for a year.
So maybe the problem is not the clothes. Maybe the problem is that nobody explains the rules.
Yes, and the new person always suffers the most because everybody else already knows.
I only believe in clothing rules that keep people safe, like a nurse or a pilot. But that is a uniform and not a dress code. A uniform helps people find you, and a dress code just makes an office look expensive.
I will say one thing against my own side. My last office had a dress code, and it cost me an hour every morning.
A whole hour?
Hair and makeup and a different jacket every week. The men on my team put on a shirt in 5 minutes.
So your rule takes an hour from you and 5 minutes from me for the same job and the same pay.
You're right, and some companies expect too much from women. But that does not mean every dress code is unfair. Fix the rule, don't delete it.
Most of those rules were written in 1985, and nobody has changed them since.
A lot of companies have. Most offices dropped the tie 10 years ago, and nothing bad happened.
In a creative job, the rule does something worse. When everybody has to look the same, people stop showing who they are.
Clothes cannot do that much.
They can. If the company checks your shoes, you start worrying about small mistakes, and a worried person brings no new ideas to a meeting.
I don't believe that. Barack Obama wore only gray or blue suits, and he said it gave him fewer decisions every day.
He chose that himself. There's a difference between my rule and the company's rule.
There is, but the result is the same. It is one less decision in the morning.
Then let people choose that for themselves.
Here is something I cannot explain. A lot of people put on a nice shirt for a video call at home, and nobody can see them.
I have done that, and I felt silly.
But did you work differently?
A little. I sat up straighter, and I stopped eating during meetings.
I worked in pajamas for 2 months in 2021, and my emails got short and cold. My manager asked me if something was wrong.
That is a personal rule, and I have no problem with personal rules.
Then give me one line from the company, not a book. Clean clothes and no beach clothes.
One line I can live with, because that is a sentence and not a book. So let me ask you something practical. Somebody listening has an interview next week in another country, so what should that person wear?
Find out what the office wears and then go one step above it. 1 step and not 3.
And after the first day, dress like everyone else. If the team wears jeans on Friday, wear jeans on Friday.
That works for the first week. After that, people stop looking at your clothes and start looking at your work.
I made that mistake once. I wore a suit to an interview at a small design company, and everybody there was in jeans. One guy asked me if I had come from a wedding.
Did you get the job?
I did not. I don't know if the suit was the reason, but I felt like a stranger for a whole hour, and that is hard to hide.
Clothes speak in both directions. Too formal says, I don't know this place. And too casual says, I don't care about this place.
My school had uniforms, and we had one free day every year. Every kid there remembers that day.
It was special because the rest of the year was not. But in a school with uniforms, you cannot see who has money.
They will name the shoes anyway. Children always find a way.
They find a smaller way, and that is still better.
And I still say, no, look at my work and let me choose my shoes.
My answer hasn't changed. A dress code helps because a written rule is fairer than a rule nobody says out loud.
Tell that to your friend who was sent home for her arms.
Her office never wrote that rule down. She bought that dress for work, and nobody told her until the day it was 95 degrees.
And she still lost 3 hours of pay for it.
So what about you? Does your job tell you what to wear? And does that rule feel fair?
And think about your last interview. Did you dress for the job you wanted or for the office you were walking into?
Team dress code or team wear what you want? Tell us in the comments.
We read them all.
Thank you for spending this time with us, everyone.
And if you were ever sent home to change your clothes, tell us what you were wearing. We really want to know.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.